Hello, my name is Margo Cox. I am a physical therapist. I am a wife and I have 2 children. I am very active and enjoy life to the fullest and like to have fun. My first onset of knee pain was my left knee when I tore my ACL in the mid-90s playing soccer on a co-ed team indoor when I should have been in bed. It was midnight and up against a gentleman that was strong and tore my meniscus. Fast forward years later, after having my first child, I tore my meniscus and required arthroscopic surgery. Fast forward another 10 years, another baby, another meniscus injury in my right knee. So over time, I just had more and more debilitation in my knees where I couldn't really do things that I wanted to do. I got to the point where I couldn't tolerate walking or standing. I limped a lot. I would have to get up in the morning and take ibuprofen, and that was just to get to work and be able to try to make it through my work day. And then eventually that last year, I fell 3 times. 2 times at work, which was embarrassing. At that point, the pain worsening, I decided I needed to seek out care and see what I could do with my arthritic change in my knees, and that's how I found Dr. Davis. I wanted someone who had good outcomes, and being a physical therapist and seeing Dr. Davis's patients for about a year before I got to the point where I needed surgery, I decided that he did a really good job with outcomes just because the surgery is so good. And one of my other criteria is that the surgeon doesn't do collateral damage while they do surgery, which was obvious with his surgeries because, again, his outcomes were so good. When I went to him for the first consult, he was very professional. He explained things well. I was still nervous because, again, I know what it takes to get through one. I had made my mind up that I needed to have it done, though. So after I left him, I was kind of excited about it because I knew that eventually I would be able to have a better lifestyle and more active again. Early recovery for my knees, the first 2 weeks was rough. You need to stay on your pain medication. You need to use your Iceman and your ice pack. You need to elevate, and elevate means getting your leg above your heart. And I was religious with it. I had good help with my husband and my daughter here. And I went to therapy 3 days a week for 10 weeks, I believe. And then I just kept working out on my own. And eventually, I think at my 12-week mark, I went back to work, but for partial hours. And then over a month, I was back to full-time. After surgery, after I got through the rehab process, I can now walk with my family and keep up with them. In fact, I can outwalk my husband now, and I'll be ahead of him now. I can kneel and do my gardening. I can kneel at church. I can squat down and pick things up if I need to. I can move through the clinic at work without limping and with pretty good speed. And I can boat and I can climb on my boat and I can do anything I really want to. I would tell someone that has a lot of pain, if it's due to arthritis, that they need to seek out the care of a specialist that is going to take care of them with the total joint, and seek out the person that has the good outcomes, the person who cares about the patient, and look for the quality surgeon. But go for it because your life will get better. You're going to have an active lifestyle again. You just have to do the rehab to get there. I remember getting all prepped with all the staff before surgery, and Dr. Davis came in just before going back to the OR and offered to pray with me. And it was a really thoughtful, spiritual moment, which put my husband and I both just at ease. And I went into surgery and I had great outcomes.